Approaching Nav 4. I've got 2 sensor contacts on my scopes.
Roger that. Stay on my wing and we'll check them out.
I've got visual contact with 2 shuttles.
Confirmed. Stand by, Echo 2.
Inbound shuttles, this is Echo 1. Please identify yourselves.
This is Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80. Our little convoy is bringing you some new trainees.
Good, we've been expecting you.
Welcome to the Oberan system. It may not be the end of the universe, but I swear you can see it from here. But it's a good place to keep the rookies out of trouble. So, are these guys any better than the last batch you sent us?
That's for you fighter jockeys to decide. Me, I'm just a bus driver.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out soon enough. I'm transferring nav data for the Wellington. Whenever you're ready, we'll take these kids to their new home.
Now, we are still talking about the Wellington, right? That's probably the first time in a few decades she's been referred to as new.
Well, she may not be state-of-the-art, but she gets the job done.
Incoming shuttle convoy, this is Wellington Control. Please identify yourselves.
Wellington Control, this is Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80 and Alpha Romeo 61, requesting permission for approach.
Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80, you are cleared for landing. Shuttle Alpha Romeo 61, give us a second to reset to ALCS and we'll bring you in. Welcome to the TCS Wellington.
Good morning, newcomers. As you may know, my name is Major Boz. I'm the executive officer of this fighter wing and the squadron leader of the Diamondbacks. In case you didn't know, we're in the Oberan system of the Vega sector. Today, we will be doing basic flight training to understand the ins and outs of using your fighters, as well as covering some basic navigational skills. For this exercise, we will be flying the F-27 Arrow. The latest version of this versatile reconnaissance fighter interceptor was recently deployed to active duty, replacing both the Ferret and the Epi. It's light, fast, and maneuverable. Respect the Arrow, and the Arrow will respect you. If you recall the technical specifications, the Arrow can carry a large number of missiles. For this hop though, you won't have any. We wouldn't want any of you rookies to go around blowing yourself or your wingman up, now would we? Sandman, Champ, and Panzer, I'm your instructor for this hop. You other newbies will have one of the Wellington's other veteran pilots as your trainer. Pilots, board your fighters and launch from the Wellington only after you have orders from your instructor. Sandman, Champ, and Panzer, don't touch anything in your cockpit before I tell you to. Dismissed.
All right, pilots, let's get started, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
I was born ready. Okay then. First we will exit the carrier's hangar bay before we review some basic controls. I have taken over control of your fighters for the moment, so sit back and relax. Wellington Control, we are ready. Request permission to launch.
Lieutenant Bredizel here, Major. I will bring you home at the end of your workday. Be advised that we have other training wings active in the area. You are cleared for takeoff.
I have returned the ship's controls back to you, Lieutenants, but I've also accessed your shipboard computers, and they will send you periodic messages. Now, target my fighter, Lieutenants. Nothing more, nothing less.
Target acquired.
I have a strong lock, sir.
Okay, you got it. Keep me targeted. Now let's review some basic engine controls, but don't touch anything until I tell you to do so.
Is this really necessary, sir? We've been over this 1,000 times.
Not under my supervision, you haven't. And if you were going to fly my birds, I want to be absolutely certain you know what you are doing. Understand those commands?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
During missions, if you forget any of the controls, the computer can give you a reference to all this stuff again. An additional command is the match speed order. Target my fighter, and then match my speed. Do this now.
Flight control is set to match speed, Major.
Good. Now follow my fighter. Be sure to stay close. Your ship will now match speed with every ship you have targeted, even hostiles, until you cancel it. This can be useful for tailing enemies without overshooting them and ending up in front of their guns. Now, pilots, I want you to gain a real appreciation for exactly what your job is as a fighter pilot. Look around you. You are responsible for the safety of every one of these capital ships. I don't want you to sacrifice yourself needlessly, but if the situation requires, you are expected to give your life in defense of these ships. You are expendable. They are not.
Yes, sir.
Sound a little intimidated, Sandman. It's a big job, but you won't be expected to do it alone. Just take care of your wingman, and he'll take care of you. That's the first rule of combat. Always watch your wingman 6. Your lives depend on it.
Did you hear that, Panzer? The Major just gave me the permission to keep an eye on your 6.
Not that you haven't been doing that all along.
Let's move on with our training, shall we? Select Nav 1 and engage autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
All clear. You pups remember the procedure to proceed to Nav 2?
Yes, sir.
Well then, punch it again.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Set course to Nav 3. You getting the hang of this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hit it again.
Proceed to next waypoint.
That's one of our corvettes. Be nice, will ya? Close up into formation with me.
Hey, Arrows! Nice to see a friendly face.
Same goes for you. How's it going?
We're on picket duty in this backwater system. The monotony tends to grind on you after a while. There's nothing here but space dust, asteroids, and boredom.
Well, as you can see, we've got a new gaggle of trainees. Maybe they can liven up your day.
So you want us to give them some authentic training?
Sure, why not? Lieutenants, I have switched your weapons to training mode, so damage and hits will only be simulated. Attack the Corvette and try to inflict hull damage greater than 90%. On the other hand, pilots, you'll each be considered eliminated if your own simulated integrity gets below 50%.
Watch and learn, folks.
Got it! My computer shows the Corvette should be crippled now.
Oh crap! You just got beat by a wing of plebes. Looks like you've been training them good, Major. Anyways, we've checked your nav point back to the Wellington. Got a clear way home.
Roger that. Good job, Sandman. You handled that well. Pilots, let's head course back to the Wellington.
Good job out there, David. Your game was right on.
You did great too, Angela. Thanks for having my back.
You did all right. Now let's get moving.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Viking, how did your trainees do?
Not bad, sir, not bad at all. We might make pilots out of them yet.
That's what they pay us for. TCS Wellington, request permission to land.
Finished taking the baby chicks out for a spin?
Of course. Now it's time to bring them home to roost. Alright, Lieutenants. This concludes our little trip. Go ahead and land. We'll meet at debriefing.
Mission complete.
Good job out there, Sandman. You handled that arrow like an old pro, and you showed some leadership potential with your wing. Anyways, overall you did a good job out there today. We'll see if you can keep it up when the heavier training begins. Dismissed.